So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. Back again. I am back again. This is now Doctor Who Season 2 2025 preview. Obviously, a bit different content on my channel. People are calling me a madman. I'm doing everything. On this channel. So, yeah, this is more like look ahead to the episode titles, etc. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Obviously, that's the thumbnail of my screen. Images from all respective episodes, and yes, let's straight into it. So starting off, then, as we go right to the bottom, we need to have a look at information first. As that's key. The 15th series of the British science fiction television program Doctor Who is expected to premiere on the 12th of April 2025. This series is referred to as Season 2, remarking following the production changes and the acquisition of Doctor Who International Podcasting rights by Disney Plus prior to the previous series. It will be the 6th series led by Russell T. Davies as the head writer and executive producer, and the second since its return to show in 2023, having previously worked on it from 2005 to 2010. This series is set to be the 15th to air following the program's revival in 2005, and will be the 41st season overall. Wow. This will be the second series to start in Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, an incarnation of the Doctor, an alien Time Lord who travels through time, space, and TARDIS, which appears to be Prince Pete's boss on the outside. May Gibson is to reprise her role as Doctor's companion Ruby Sunday from the previous series, along with Father Settle as a new companion, Belinda Chandra. The series was preceded by a Christmas episode on December 2024. With former showrunner and head writer Stephen Moffat writing and Nicholas Cohen appearing as a one-off companion. The Doctor is set to consist of 8. The series is set to consist of 8 episodes directed by As Paral, Peter Hall, Amanda Pottsy, Ben A. Williams, and Matteo Matheson, alongside obviously Davis himself, who wrote 4 episodes, and Tor wrote a further one. The writers include John Dawson, Honora Irons, Pete Mateed, and Sharma Angel Wolfall. Film began in October 2023 and concluded in May 2024. Ncuti Gatwa confirmed that he would return for the second season in July 2023. November 2023, it was announced blah blah blah, and his Tohan would appear as companion in 2024 Christmas special, along with Jonah Horatin being added to the series, who is by the way going to be playing the role of Ruby Sunday's boyfriend. May Gibson was revealed to be filmed for the second series in November 2023. Though reports emerged in January 2024 that Gibson will be even sure the forcing seems to be replaced by Belinda herself. However, in April 2024, it was announced that Ruby and Belinda would appear concurrently throughout the series, submitting promotion material for around Dartworth and Belinda's series TARDIS team, highlighting them as the first to consist of people of colour. with Ruby described as an outdone series warrior, Belinda made a surprise appearance in the series prior to Boom as Monday Finn before her debut as a new companion. On 27th July, it was announced at the San Diego Comic Con that would be told obviously Belinda. And finally, on 17 September, it was reported that Arti Panjabi would portray a villain On 20th December, it was portrayed that was Alice Ace would have a role in the series. It was announced that Christopher John had been added to the cast as a new talent called Cassio. On 26th February, it was revealed that Alan Turing would be a Death Star in episode 2 as cartoon character named Mr. Winnerdin. He had previously appeared in the show as Tins James in the West Rounders. David stated that Turing took the character so much wit, malice, danger, and fun. On 2nd March, from the restart series trailer, Ryan Clark was announced to be in the series presenting into some competition. Makes sense. The trailer also confirmed that Kate and Mel will be returning as part of the unit team. Anita Dobson was also confirmed as returning as the mysterious Mrs. Flood. Of course, on 6th of March, Freddie Fox was announced to Pierre Fern, which does look like that he took Pierre Fern in the finale. On 20th of March, Taddy Coogan was announced to be joining the cast. On 25th of March, Charlie Cass was announced to be joining the cast as well. So, yes, move on. Let's move on to the episode titles then. So, starting off then with episode 1, written by Russell T Davies and Peter Hall. Episode 1 is the Robot Revolution. Shine robots abduct a nurse named Bayenda and take her to an alien planet with a doctor in hot pursuit. The non-desk cast for this episode are Bayenda, Alma, and Mass Parker. Obviously, this is the images that we've seen from episode that have been leaked for episode 1. Trying to see if I got any other images that could be potential episode 1. Don't see any images at the moment that I've got here. But yeah, that's gonna be episode 1. I think that's probably a good episode to have to start off the series, and it does feel like episode 1 as well, the Robot Revolution as well. The next episode 2, is Nuts, and this is the one I am looking forward to, man. I feel this is going to be the best episode of the series for me. Written by Russell T Davies, directed by Amanda Botze. The Doctor and Bayenda face danger in 1952 Miami from a cartoon titled Coming to Life. Obviously, Mr. Winnerdin. The non-desk cast for this episode are Alan Turing, Anita Dobson, the mysterious Mrs. Floodden, and newest Tonne. And by the way, Mrs. Flood's done being in every episode, which makes it quite a mystery as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this episode. I think this is going to be the best episode of all. And who knew? A cartoon character. Who knew? With the Disney partnership, a cartoon character coming out of the screen. Wow, doesn't take rocket science, people, does it? Doesn't take rocket science. What a great idea. For once, Doctor Who having a great idea. Wasn't rocket science, was it? Seems you're working with Disney. Why not? Makes perfect sense. And we have got more images from episode 2. Harbinger. Obviously, the letters from the cinema do fall, and it spells Harbinger. So definitely a dot behind this. There's definitely fans. There's definitely a dot member behind this. Behind this cartoon house, and maybe the dot of cartoons potentially. That would make sense. To be fair, that would make sense, especially when Mrs. Flood's around as well. yeah, this is what does seem to be like a bit of a harbinger for pretty whatever phantom member is in the background as well. But yeah, episode 2 for me does seem like it's gonna be the best episode. But what's it being yet down? I hope not. I hope it isn't yet down. Nah, it won't be yet down, to be fair. Episode 3, The Well. The Doctor and Belinda don Susan helmets to join troopers on a mission into the deep. The known death hearts for this was Irenaeus, who is the deaf one. I think he's the deaf one, and say the deaf cast member. Corin Dunn, Christopher John, and Bethany Antonia. I think this is one of the episodes that does look creepy, doesn't it? It does look creepy when they're going deep down. When they're going deep down as well in them spacesuits as well. And you see in the trailer when the Doctor opens it up as well, he was quite spooked as well. So it should be an intriguing episode. That'll be an intriguing episode to watch as well. This image, this could be from episode 3, but this image could be from episode 5, which we'll talk about later on. So on to the next one then. Episode 4. This will be an episode where it should be all about Ruby Sunday and her boyfriend Conrad. So there'll be no Doctor and Belinda in this episode. I do like them episodes, to be fair. But interesting. The Doctor's old friend Ruby Sunday begins a romance with Conrad Clark, who hosts the Lucky Day podcast. Ruby works with UNIT, with suspicion about what occurs at their headquarters. And obviously this is where we see, and I have got through images as well, starting off with this one. I think this is from episode 4 for me. I think this will be from episode 4. When they're beginning that romance, and it's quite interesting. 2007. You see the Doctor. I think that's where you only see the Doctor and Belinda's only appearance in this episode. And I got a theory that is a young Conrad. I don't know why. Just got a theory that's a young Conrad, and the young Conrad sees the TARDIS fly off, and thinks himself a witch. I wish I was like that, basically. And that will probably tie into the finale as well, in terms of Witchworld. As well. I've got more pictures as well. That could be from episode 4. Obviously, the monsters that seems to be mainly going after Conrad. But in terms of the trailer, it does seem like the episodes. It does seem like the monsters seem to have some relation to Conrad. The top image to me, Disney Autunes vibes. You know them mannequins from the classic Doctor Who, from the Wars episode, as well. That would be sick, wouldn't it? That would be sick. Obviously, you see Tate Stewart. You see Tate obviously looking spooked as he goes into the vault, which will be in UNIT, where they trap all the monsters basically, and everyone else. And maybe one of the monsters does that out, as you see in the last picture. I don't know if that's Conrad or not. Obviously the monster, yeah, the monster up the eye from episode 4. But I have also got one more image, which is quite an interesting one. Let me find it. And it's this one. When I say it's done with the Doctor's only appearance in episode 4, there's apparently done be a flashback scene as well. There's apparently done be a flashback scene as well from episode 4, where you see the Doctor and Ruby, and if you zoom in to the bottom left picture, you do see Ruby Sunday with green stuff on the face from Space Babies, basically. It's like a recontested scene from Space Babies, and we all know what happened. There was a flashback scene in Space Babies as well, done back to the Church of Ruby Wood. And obviously, Ruby's and the hooded figure pointing at the Doctor, basically. Obviously, the image on the bottom right, you see having that could be Conrad and Ruby's first meeting, basically, and obviously Conrad's got the Lucky Day poster in his hands. But just look at the picture, the top picture, and that is, when you zoom in, you do see a hooded figure in the flashback scene with Ruby and the Doctor, and the Doctor's holding something as well. And you do see a hooded figure. It is kind of a hooded figure, which gives me the Twister vibes then. It's giving you the Twister vibes then, but I'm looking at the shape of that hooded figure. Is it this time? Is it a Meda? Because the picture on the right does look like the same shape as well. And if you don't know who a Meda is, it's basically the Dot of the Time Lords. Basically, it's better for Dalfreyan as well. Dalfreyan Time Lord. But then, obviously, the picture to your left, why I'm making that comparison, is for potential finale potentially as well. But now I'm on it. Do I think this is a Meda? No, I don't. I do think this robot thing, this robot looking like is probably from episode 1. But I tell you what, if it is like a new redesigned figure of a Meda, that's gonna be sick, isn't it? That's gonna be sick, to be fair. But yeah, I don't think it is a Meda, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, that's episode 4. That's quite an intriguing episode to look out for. Right, this is another episode to look out for. The Story in the Engine. A barbershop is situated precariously on the oddment of a spider. Right. There's been not spoke about this in terms of this spider, isn't it? And these are the photos that I've got. These are the photos from episode 5. You do see the barber himself. You do see the missing people in the profile as well, and you do see some kind of pod thing, where the Doctor touches it. I do think that is the back of the spider, because it is the same uniform. It's the same uniform as well, and the spider is some kind of dot as well, because it does have like a bit of a written design on the spider. So he's some kind of Dodd as well. Like the Dodd of spiders, basically. And we do know Anansi is the Dodd of spiders as well. Just trying to find it. No, it's not that one. There we go, we got it. So in the context of Doctor Who, the mention of the Anansi refers to a fan theory, speculation about potential episode, based on the West African spider Dodd Anansi. A Twitter video people, here we go then, with the Twitter theories in African folklore, appearing in season 2 of the 25 series. Anansi is a folklore. Anansi is it's a common figure in the West African American and Caribbean folklore, often described as a spy, and the Twitter are known for his cleverness and mischievousness. Fan theories speculation. Some Doctor Who fans have speculated that season 2 of the 2025 series might feature an episode of storyline inspired by Nancy, drawn to essence to the show's exploration of the mythology and folklore. Series 2 trailer to essence the season 2 trailer with its imagery of a giant spider and a black man telling the Doctor to tell us a story, along with the involvement of a white from African background, shows you through them theories, of course. Some fans believe that episode written by Henry Irons might be the one based on the Nancy, which would make sense to be fair. Other considerations, there's also a separate unrelated Amazon series called Anansi Boys, which is also worth noting, and has a director who has also worked with Doctor Who. Morally neutral Twitter. Anansi is often described as a morally neutral Twitter, capable of both good and bad deeds, and his stories often explore the consequences of actions. And that's what the Twitter does. He grants wishes as well, which is my theory for the finale in terms of Westworld as well. And once again, like season 1, the Twitter is getting teased and hinted again. Teased and hinted. It's about time. I'm not saying he is the Twitter. I think he'd be part of the Twitter's brigade. But let's be real, it's another reaction to the Twitter. I'm not saying the Twitter will be in episode 5, by the way, but I think it'd be like another mention, to be fair. Probably another mention. So, boom. Where are we up to? Episode 6. The Interstellar Song Contest. The TARDIS lands in the Harmony Arena Space Station in the midst of the 803rd Song Contest with obviously Anita Dobson, Mrs. Flood being there. Oh, Freddie Fox. Oh, so maybe Freddie Fox isn't the finale film then. Now that makes sense. That does make sense now. That does make sense. So obviously this is Freddie Fox. Maybe it's the ending. Maybe the ending of episode 6. Maybe he's going to take a bit of a part in the finale as well. But yeah, it's quite interesting. He's not basically the Devil's Beats horns, hasn't he? The Devil's Beats horns, as well. It's quite interesting. People will speculate on that. It does look like a bit of a knight, doesn't he? It looks like a bit of a fair knight. And obviously these characters you got in the background, they are definitely in the finale. So I do I do think this may be from the end of episode 6, potentially, where Mrs. Flood put her plans into place, potentially. So yeah, so he's done being the Song Contest episode, and it looks like he could be potentially being the finale as well. So I do think this image is probably from the end of episode 6, where the whole chaos will all start in terms of finale, in terms of it does build up as well. It does build up to take into the finale as well. When you got these certain security guards, you could call them, behind him. So yeah, that's episode 6. We have got more images from episode 6 as well. There we go. You see Mrs. Flood. Mrs. Flood does appear by saying, "I do love a good show." And in the middle, quite an interesting picture as well, where you see the Doctor covering his ears, and maybe some cavities happening. That will happen in terms of the part of the finale, potentially. Who knows? But yeah, that's their episode 6. Now we get onto the finale, Westworld. The first episode of two-part finale, the TARDIS team enters a strange world made of bones. Wow. And the Doctor must on an undercover mission. And as you see there, you see the Doctor going into like a force field thing, maybe one of them which completely changes who he is, maybe changes him to human form. And then you got them two, like them two certain creatures that I just showed you with Freddy Fox behind him as well. And Westworld, what could be Westworld? It could be something like Conrad, like I mentioned with Conrad earlier, where he wants to be maybe in control, and the Twitzer, and we all know the Twitzer does grant wishes, but so does Mrs. Flood. Do you see the link? So we got a lot of images from the finale, and this one's so old from the finale. We got this one. We got this one here. This could be from episode 1, to be fair. But yeah, the doctor got spooked by the TARDIS, having a bit of a gravity thing. But this was the same thing in that series when Sutek was also hiding in the TARDIS. We do have Mel with houses falling down behind her. And obviously the new Doctor Who logo is obviously a pink colour, and you do see pink. You do see pink in the background. Does Mel die in the finale? It's just because it looks like she is trapped. And who's the daughter trapped? The Twitzer. It was same season 1 where that little boy, that trap said probable trap. The trap that's mentioned a lot of times. Trap. Come on, too many hints, man. There's too many hints of it being a Twitzer. Oh, so you got this image here. I think this is from the second part of the finale, where he's now been transformed into a human, and he doesn't know who he is anymore. And that's when we'll have like the reality war, where it's all kicking off, basically. could Ameda appear in terms of that Bone World potentially? Who knows? We'll see. But I do think that's from episode 1, to be honest with you. And also, they wouldn't spoil like the bid thing either. They wouldn't spoil it, so I do think that's from episode 1. This image could be another force field moment from the finale, where we see Bender going through the force field. Then we got these images, and as you see there, you do see Conrad saying, "Are you ready for a Mayday?" And you do see the Doctor in the same suit, where he becomes human form as well. You see Ruby running. You do see images of Unit as well, and also you do see a poster of questions towards problems from Conrad. See, who is Conrad? What thing is Conrad? Do we reckon? Because it's never going to end well, was it? When he met Ruby, we all knew Conrad was going to be some kind of thing. And being the meeting and run Conrad as well. And Doctor meeting and run Conrad as well. So this is where we'll probably see Mrs. Flood. So let's step back to the second part of the finale. This is the reality war. While the Doctor is on an undercover mission, Brenda, Ruby and Unit must fight to save the world as they know it. But to be fair, we don't see Freddy Fox this time in terms of the reality war, so don't know what's going on there. Susan Triad returns. Oh, here we go. Done that another Sutek reveal then. Who is Susan Triad? We still don't know who Susan Triad is after the whole Sutek Antoine thing. Obviously, Ruby's family members are back then. So we'll probably see who Mrs. Flood is, aka Dewani. I'll keep telling people. I will keep telling people. We don't see. So in this finale, we'll probably don't see Mrs. Flood with her plans, basically. Because if you look at the image of the reality war, it's like a fourth wall break then, and that's what Mrs. Flood can do. A fourth wall break. Got Mrs. Flood. You know what would be sick? We have Mrs. Flood's a Time Lord. Yes, we will, people. Mrs. Flood is a Time Lord. Simple as that. For people like her or not. She's a Time Lord. She always says she's hiding herself away. But what things could we see in this finale? I think Conrad, Ruby's boyfriend, has done me some sort of thing. I think Mrs. Flood has obviously done me a thing. Or Secret Time Lord. Are we going to see a Dodd as well? A family member. The only family member we need to see now is a Twitzer. We've seen Maestro, we've seen the Toy Maker, we've seen Sutek. And the Twitzer, he's another one who likes an alternate reality as well. Imagine that for a Sith finale. Mrs. Flood, Conrad as a fern, and you got the Twitzer as well. The Twitzer. The Twitzer doesn't need to appear. It can just be like hiding behind while this is happening, smiling in the background. And we may see in season 3 or something like that. Even just a mention even a mention, something like that, then you'd be like, oh, sick. And to be fair, we still don't know who Mrs. Flood is. Maybe the Mrs. Flood could be the Twitter, who knows? But yes, we will, she's Nowani. And just to end off, we have seen Yeats as well. These are the Yeats apparently. Episode 1 will feature the reveal. And by the way, there were Yeats last year as well, and they all became true. Because everyone last year Yeats that it was going to be Sutek in the finale, and it happened. So to be fair, it could happen. But these are some of the Yeats that came out. Episode 1 will feature the reveal that Bernard's childhood boyfriend defeated a star when they were under, which is where the Bernard and the Doctor will be visiting in the Robot Revolution. Episode 3 will be a sequel to Series 4, Episode Midnight. That'll be sick, man. That'll be sick. That will be sick, to be fair. Midnight is one of the best episodes as well from Series 4. At the end of episode 6, it will be revealed that Mrs. Flood is by regenerated version of the Wani. Eridor, Flood, Wayne, Wani. It wouldn't shock me at all. I think that would be the perfect way to do it as well. End of episode 6, and then boom, chaos will start. Chaos will start as well. The original version of the Wani will be played by a London Asian actress who will appear riding on horseback at the end of at the start of episode 7. Mrs. Flood will mention Old Maiden in some captivity. Whether he actually appears is currently unknown. Obviously, Susan will return in the finale. Susan Triad. Imagine if Susan Triad is the Doctor's daughter. And that makes it even more sick now. It makes it even more cool that she was possessed by Sutek. And Ncuti won't be returning for a third season. Yeah, I don't think he will be. I don't think he will be either, to be honest with you. There's been a lot of noise about that. There has been a lot of noise about that, to be fair. And yeah, I probably don't see it happening just because of just all the negativity as well with the warped comments as well. This is when that's when they'll say, "Oh, right, we'll just call it then. We'll just call it because." But that's just social media for you. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, every Doctor always has 3 seasons at Yeats, don't they? But to be fair, Christopher Eccleston only had 1, didn't he? Only had 1, to be fair. And he and to me, and for me, he doesn't like Russell T Davies at all, does he? And yeah, I think that's it then. Yeah, I think that's it in terms of what I think could happen in the episodes. My look ahead to the episodes as well. Who could appear, who could not appear. A few outside shouts actually before though. These were at the Doctor Who premiere. At the Doctor Who premiere, we saw Joe Martin, the fugitive Doctor. I think Cyril will appear. I reckon she might appear because she's been more active on social media. She's definitely the most active on social media in terms of people that appeared at the premiere. Obviously, Martha Jones' mum was there. I don't really see that happening personally, but we'll see. But to be fair, why are they at the premiere? That's the thing. Why are they at the premiere then? If they're not going to appear in the series, something to think about. But I don't like the Food Stiff Doctor. I think the Food Stiff Doctor is one of the most pointless things ever. Waste of time. So you smash the class and all of a sudden you're a doctor. Yeah, whatever. And the last one, Missy. Missy appeared at the premiere. Michelle Dormez. I don't think she will appear personally, but then why was she at the premiere? Maybe she appears at the end of the finale. With the dull tooth as well, which will be a bit of a build up into season 3. where we may see the return of the Master. And by the way, the Master will be played by Russell Tovey as well in the Doctor Who spin-off, the War Beyond the Sea, that war with the Sea Devils as well. And by the way, Missy's not exactly the Master, is she? Let's be real. She's like another incarnation of the Master, and something happened, So John Sim and Michelle Gomez were basically both the Masters, but Missy was the female version. Confusing as hell. But yeah, she's mostly known as Missy, basically, but she's a secret Time Lord as well. She's the female incarnation of the Master. I don't really want the Master returning. I don't want the Master returning in season 2. The Master's been overused for me. Same with the Daleks and the Cybermen. They've been overused as well by Jodie under Jodie Whittaker and all of them. They deserve a rest for me. They do deserve a rest, and they should return when it's like the bid finale, the bid last episode potentially. Then you understand it. Then you understand it as well. But yeah, that is it from our season 2 preview for Doctor Who. If you want to see some playback, feel free to force down below in the comments. And the next one, the next Doctor Who video I'll do will be episode 1 with Who, the Robot Revolution. So they are my thoughts on what could happen on season 2. Like they looked ahead, who could be the villains as well. And yeah, it's make or break now. It is make or break for Doctor Who, in my opinion, because the ending of season 1, the season 1 finale, the part 2 Empire of Death was probably one of the worst finales you'll ever see, in my opinion. Sutekh defeated by a bit of warp. I mean, what's going on here? What's going on? Ruby's mum was an ordinary mum. I do not want to see a Davina Mattel's No Loss episode once again. Oh, Ruby's dad. This is an ordinary dad. And this is another thing. We need to know more about Ruby Sunday as well. Ruby Sunday's story is not done yet. We need to know more about her. Why was he singing the Twister's theme in the Devil's Hoard? Why does it snow around Ruby as well? Why does it snow around Ruby? Who is Ruby's dad as well? Well, Ruby's mum's apparently ordinary, apparently. I'm not sure I believe that, because why would Sutekh be scared of Ruby's mum? Let's be real. It just makes no sense for me. It just makes no sense. And we're going to have a bit of a flashback scene as well. So, a lot of theories. There is a lot of questions to be answered this season as well. Who's behind her? What? Ruby Sunday's story continuing. We need more questions answered about Ruby Sunday. Who's Mrs. Flood? Who's going to be the big bad villain in the finale as well? Which family members will come on as well? So it's going to be interesting. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below if you're watching some playback. Take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. And putting on Doctor Who Season 2 2025. And for me, this is now make or break for Doctor Who. If this isn't serious, we may see the end of Doctor Who, potentially.